Good morning. Happy Memorial Day. And as of yesterday, it's been 6 months since my double craniotomy. That's right, guys. It's been 6 months, a little over 6 months, since I found out that my cancer had come back. So if you don't remember, I had an MRI the day after I turned 50. So I guess it was October 28th. And then a few days later, I was out walking Ringo and I got the MRI results. And that's when I read that I had not one, but 2 tumors. And it was on a Friday morning, and it was the day before my 50th birthday party. And I had decided to keep it quiet from everybody because I didn't want to put any kind of mood dampening spirit on the party. So I kept it to myself. So a whole week went by. I went to Miami the week after my birthday, went to the GBM Summit, was able to consult with a bunch of different people there who was able to give me some extremely wise counsel, and I opted to go with surgery. Had a MRI, I guess about 3 weeks after that initial MRI report, and found out that the 2 little suckers the original tumor was named Arnie, and we named his buddy Charlie. Arnie and Charlie had doubled in size because that's just the way GBM is, especially with my kind of GBM. So I am wild type, and so it's just a particular kind of variation. Just means that it's going to grow super fast, and it did. They doubled in size in 3 weeks, and so I was able to get in with the amazing Dr. Patel and have surgery the week of Thanksgiving. And I only recently learned that the life expectancy after recurrence is not great. Now, to be honest, guys, the life expectancy of glioblastoma is not great, right? When I got diagnosed, we thought I had 12 to 15 months, something along those lines. And I passed that. And so I really just stopped paying attention to life expectancies. But it's only been in the past maybe 5 or 6 days that I became aware of this new life expectancy statistic after recurrence. And basically it just kind of depends on when you get the recurrence based on your diagnosis and stuff like that. But basically, you've got this life expectancy after recurrence, which is obviously very grim, guys. But, I think we've just always been living in this kind of world. And so we just haven't been taking statistics very seriously anymore because, we look at me and we don't really look at math the same way. I know I don't. But yeah, so I looked up kind of the statistics, and so I'm at 6 months post-surgery, and I'm already at the tail end and already surpassing, the median for recurrence for GBM. So yeah, here we are. We're kind of defying math again, defying statistics again. Granted, I do have another MRI coming up on June 2nd. We are flying by the seat of our pants with respects to kind of how my body is responding to everything. And I never know how anything is going to go. But I think at this point we need to use today, I know I am, I was definitely very cognizant of it yesterday, that we've reached this 6-month mark, 6-month anniversary of my double craniotomy. And the surgery was hard, it was painful, but it was an utter and complete success. And I chose it because I knew that it was the best thing for me and my tumors and my version of GBM, you know, and I'm so glad that I did. And I've been thinking a lot about all of the people who came and stayed with me, who worked from home at my house. Everybody, you know, came together to help me through that ridiculously painful period when I kept saying I wanted to burn down the house with me inside it. That was my pain level. And here we are 6 months later, and you know, as of the April Fool's MRI, I was still cancer free, which is just incredible. So we are definitely going to keep marching forward. I have my next MRI on June 2nd. We definitely want that one to be clean too. And we're just gonna keep ignoring these statistics, and we're just gonna keep on keeping on. I'm just really in awe, and I can't thank you all enough for everything that you've done to help me. I'm really just overcome with gratitude. So anyway, I'm in all of my feels today. So 6 months. So we've come a long way. Thank you so much.